Hi guys, apologies if the camera is a little wobbly today. It is currently sitting on a pile of like 20-ish notebooks. It's planned 2021 time. It's beginning while I wrap up my work for the year and plan the next year. So that's what this video is going to be. A lot of things that I think would be the plans for the next year, along with a discussion on how to raise your rates before the year ends, because I think it's still essential, even though it's this year. This year is what it is. Anyway, first of all, I have a Facebook group and a Discord group I've created so everybody can like. It's just very hard to keep up with emails and Instagram messages and YouTube messages and everything. Um, so I just thought it would be like one good place to share articles and like things I come across. If you want your copy reviewed, maybe other people can jump in and help. Or like, all I ask is just don't be a schmuck. That's my only rule. Haven't we had enough of that this year? I mean, come on, let's all just be nice to each other. So, feel free to pop in there, ask me questions. Just right now, I can't. My email inbox is like, even as it sits right now, from just unprocessed emails that I haven't gotten through, is probably like 3,000 from just this year of like things I was like, oh, I'll answer that. Just like, hey, can you look at my copy? Hey, can you look at my website? Like all these. I can't anymore. So they're all Facebook groups and Discord group down below. Cool. Moving on. Let's just talk about raising your rates before I get to the end where like there's pitches and other things coming and other things. So first of all, raising your rates. Now, I think, I don't know if I've made a full video on like actually pricing yourself and finding your rates, which I will if I haven't. It's in a list. I made a YouTube list of all the video ideas I have, and I think it's at like 150 right now. So 2021, watch out. Don't mind, I have notes right here. Like I said, this video is gonna be all over the place. But every professional freelancer in December will raise their rates. Now, if you're in a position where you need to ask the business to give you a raise, you're a glorified worker. You're a remote worker. If you're a true freelancer, you set your rates and you make your clients abide by your rates. Like that is in any world where you think some companies to be like, wow, you truly deserve like a 25% raise. Wow, you just great. Maybe some good people out there do that. But for the most part, what's going to happen is you're going to have to tell your clients this is my new rate. Now, at the same time, people don't like to pay more. Have you ever seen like riots in a Starbucks when, they raise their white mocha 10 cents? It's like apocalyptic. So, how do you do that without making your clients run away? Well, this is a trick I learned years ago from Ashley Amberger, and it is golden. It works every time. Sometimes I lose clients, sure, but I do the math and I know that if I even get like one client at my new rate, like it drops off like a whole nother set of like one or two. So it works out. But you email them in December to tell everybody your new rate come January. Like just hey, hope you're doing well. Here's what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to buy some package or some services or some hours or whatever it is, now you can still get the current 2020 rate no matter when you use it next year. So that is the secret. That is how you raise your rates without, clients throwing a fit, and it works. It's hard, you gotta just suck it up and accept that you're a professional, and you should be raising your rates at least once a year, if not more. Yes. Cool. Now, of course, there's a whole discussion on like if you like a client, they're not a pain in your ass, like giving them like a friendly rate of, or if they offer you consistent work, like there's a whole debate on that. But the point is, that is how you do it. That is how you raise your rates without making them throw a fit. And also it gets you usually some money in like December for, now you have to budget, you have to plan, you have to save in case this client says like, we don't need it, blah, 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 like whatever it is. But you should have a contract. Everybody, contracts are your friends, and that should help you cover that. But it's really short. So if you don't want to hear the rest of the pitch and like everything happening in 2021, that's it. That's how you do it. Cool. So, like I said, very exciting. Gonna set up a little filming corner. Gonna make my background less like I'm trapped in a basement, more, I don't know what, but something besides this happening and like that happening, and like I don't like it. So we're fixing this. Also putting I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna upgrade my camera, but like at some point next year, camera upgrade. Taking it a little more seriously. I'm not, I have some additional lights, which I think you can see like the reflection of right here of like, because some of my videos looked like I was trapped in a basement, and now I just look like I'm trapped in an attic, you guys. We are moving up in the world. Okay, so a huge thing I'm going to be doing in 2021, mainly because I film these videos on such a time crunch and I make content on such a time crunch, is I'm optimistically spending half of my days creating content instead of like an hour, if I can, of creating content. So that's gonna be a huge shift of like half of my days and like less client work. I don't know how that's going to work out yet, but like, and it may be a slow burn process, but that is my goal by like at least June, spending half of my days creating content. So I'm not gonna promise these videos are gonna get better, or that I'm not gonna like rant in half of them, but there will be an effort. There will be a concerted, scheduled time, a content calendar, a scheduled release plan that we will slowly be getting to. I'm not just be like, oh, January 1st, right out the date. But we are getting there. Never expected this YouTube channel to grow. It was never part of my like overall time. I was just like, no, just make videos for fun. And now here we are. So not that it's huge. I'm just saying like there's people and it's weird. Okay, we'll just go down the list. Number one, for any current clients or people who wanted to hire me, slide in the DMs, go on my website, hit me up that way, because that's the easiest way for like potential clients to get in touch with me to get my rates before 2021 is going to be a whole different ballpark. For people currently interested in my mentorship program, it is now open for January. You can get $100 off if you sign up, pay, are approved, all of that before January 1st. So nice little Christmas deal if you're interested in that. Also keep in mind, there will be a new kind of like rule for it, there will be weekly calls, at least check-ins of some kind. Not everybody likes calls, introvert life, but some kind of established, like, we're going to meet at a certain point in time and go over things, and like just to keep everything on schedule. Cool. So keep that in mind if that's something you're interested in. Also mentioning that program, one of the top things I'm very aware that having hundreds of dollars, even though in the business world that's like a blip, but also so many people are suffering this year, and so either in January or February, I'm going to open up the full, I'm going to teach you how to write web copy. It's going to be like what I put people through in my mentorship program, but like teaching, it's at like no one-on-one option. Like I'm not going to sit there and like have one-on-one calls, for an hour every week. It's just going to be like more of a group setting, and like we can discuss things together and like all of that kind of energy, but it'll be like a fraction of the price. And also I will be doing scholarships. I think that's fair. I don't know how to do them. If you've ever applied for a scholarship for an online course, please let me know what you liked or didn't like. On one hand, I don't want to tell people no, like that's going to hurt my soul a lot. So I don't really, but at the same time, I don't want to leave it up to like public voting, because that feels weird. And sometimes people don't want to be put on the spot like that, like to like have everybody like review scholarships and like vote their best. Like, I don't want that. So if you've ever been a part of or applied for some like online course scholarship, please let me know what you did or didn't like about the process. I would like to offer scholarships. I can't offer obviously as many as, but I also don't want to say no. So I want to make it democratic and fair, but also, whatever. So let me know down below. I've never applied. I've just always like bought courses, so I don't know what. I applied for like college scholarships, but those were like write an essay, and like not to make anybody write an essay. That's painful, and doesn't prove anything about your copy skills or desire. So, mentioning that and just suffering. On YouTube, I'm going to do a mini series on like, okay, how to find a side hustle, make it profitable, like, you know, any skills, not just copywriting. In 2021, a lot of my channel is going to turn into like some, at least half, just like business, and like still stay obviously in the copywriting realm. I think that's why most people are here. But, you know, I think there's a lot more to be discussed in that area, and I've done so much in like the business realm that's not just copy, that it just, you know, would be fun to talk about. You guys should have seen me. I have like a 6 foot tall dry erase board in my other room that I like mapped all this out with. So I wanted to have like various tiers, you know, especially because I've gotten a lot of messages of like, hey, your mentorship program sounds really great. When I convert it into my country's currency, that's like a whole month's salary, which that's not fair, really. I mean, you know, I just want to have more things that are more accessible, which is why I like the free group and like scholarships and like other things that are going to have. I can't do a full scholarship into my mentorship program only because the hours required, the math at this point does not work. Maybe at some point that'd be cool, but right now I can't. And then the last thing before we talk forever, the number one thing I think that is stopping most people from, like, they don't need a full month mentorship. They maybe need a power hour to like sit and talk with me and like we go over things and I give them a plan of action. But like the number one thing is that people overthink things, and then they like overthink themselves into not doing anything. So I am going to make like a overthinkers, like just like a weekend workshop kind of thing. I don't know if it's going to be like filmed and scheduled and then you can just like watch it, or it's going to be like a live thing, figuring out the details. But I think that's the main thing, is that like you don't need those full 2 options, but there's some kind of level of like you need a plan of action because you're stuck because you've been watching all my videos or like reading 50 books or whatever it is all year and you've like not written or done anything. Which, you know, personal call out to myself too. There were a lot of things I had on this list this year that like did not get done either. So it would just be like get out of the overthinking cycle, and it can be applied to not just copywriting, but like anything else that you're just like overthinking. Putting it together, I'll say tentative. You know, I wanted to do that like January 1st and start out the year like hoorah, but let's all lower the bar because I'm about to be full of cookies for like 2 weeks. So that's me patting my belly. You guys can't see it. Okay, that's it. I think that was it. Links to the groups and the mentorship down below. Anything else? No, because I'll just like announce things with time and like, but let me know. You know, I'd love to hear from you guys who have taken, I have taken a good amount of online courses. I haven't probably in 2 years. I've just been really like head down and like doing my own work, even though I'd like to start taking more courses next year. And I'm like eyeing so many. My wish list now is insane. But, you know, I think there's so many more options now. So if you guys could just tell me if you've taken online courses, like, hey, this one class did this one thing, or we like had weekly study sessions or something like that, and whatever you liked that kept you going and kept you interested in class, because I really have no interest in making, I understand that a lot of people drop out of classes and they come back to them like when they have time, but like what helped you get through one, what helped you keep engaged, like different option, whatever. Let me know below. Thank you so much, because I am a little bit out of the online course space for a hot second. So, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, links below. I plan to film a video by the, end of the year. But anyway, thank you to everybody who is here, who has subscribed, who has tolerated these rants throughout the year. Why? Also, thank you. So, here's to the new year. I'm sure I'll do like a wrap-up video of the whole year and like my favorite pieces of like my favorite books and content and all that. But if not, just in case I fall into a deep cookie coma, thank you guys. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. There's other holidays in there. I'm so sorry. All of them. Yay. Okay. Bye, guys.